Month one, done. Hi, I'm Anne. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my 1 month anniversary of starting to write for an entire year. So one of my goals this year was to write 20 minutes a day. It's currently the last day of January and we are going into February. As of when this video comes out, it's going to be like February 2nd. And I kind of want to do every single month this year, kind of a wrap up of how my writing went, what I think of it, what I might change either next month or next story, what I think is going well. So my bullet journal I have been actively using, and I did add a section at the end, which is just daily notes, which I have been really enjoying because I will say, for example, what times did I do it? How many words I did, what is the total for that chapter, and what is that total for the entire book. So currently, as you could have seen there, I have written 27,582 words, and I have been filling in this word tracker since the beginning of the month, and I'm currently all the way here, and I would start on here, which is 30,000 words, which is really exciting to have written almost a third of the book. My goal for this year was not necessarily to write, 1,000 words a day or something like that. And I made it very easy for myself because I decided to devote time. Because even if I honestly just write like 20 words in one day, but I take 20 minutes to write that, to me, that is better than saying, oh, I don't have time to write 500 words today, so I'm just gonna not. I have been enjoying setting the goal of time instead of words. Now, I've competed twice in NaNoWriMo a few years ago, and I just found it was just too overwhelming to try to write 50,000 words in 1 month. However, to write like this, about 30,000 words, I did not feel pressured at all. I've been really enjoying it. Saying that, there are some things I need to change and do better. But for the most part, I've been really successful in this challenge. Now, I get an average of about 500 words done a day, which is incredibly good. There are some days that I will write for exactly those 20 minutes, but sometimes I think my most is like I wrote for over an hour one day, which is really exciting because my life is so busy with me getting married within 4 days. I'm getting married in 4 days. Yeah. As well as being a college student, trying to find a job, trying to move into a new apartment within a week after my wedding. So I'm doing a lot, but I don't feel overwhelmed with this writing because it's just 20 minutes a day. And, I would usually spend double that, if not more, on Instagram or things like that. I have cut back on being on Instagram quite as much. So I haven't found it very hard to find time daily to write 20 minutes a day. And usually I write way above that time. There are some times where I'm I know I have exactly 25 minutes to write. That's all I have. And then I need to go. So there are days that are like that. There are other days where I'm oh, I have several hours, I have a task list to do today, but I don't necessarily have time slotted things. And that's how I usually like to live my life. I like to live by being task oriented as opposed to make a very busy schedule of I need to do this at this time and this at this time. Saying that, I completely deviated from my outline. I am definitely just pantsing it at this point. I am still following the overarching save the cat, writes a novel type, 3 acts, 15 beats. I'm still using this act 1 that I have, that I plotted, a couple weeks ago on this channel. On a video. So I'm still doing that and I'm still doing something, but I am definitely just going scene by scene, where the story takes me. And now I've done a lot of research on the characters, but I think I'm learning a lot of stuff that I can use for later books. And I think what I'm going to do is not necessarily just fixate on this book, and take a break from it and then try to rewrite it. I think I'm just going to finish this book and then jump into another one and just kind of learn the process of writing, and then eventually come back maybe, after I finish that next book and then, rewrite this one. So I think I'm going to focus more on just getting good and learning knowledge about writing in general, and then maybe think about, oh, if I actually seriously want to write and try to publish a book. So I think that's where I am right now, and I want to dabble in more genres because I started this book and I thought it would be much more mystery and fantasy, and it is turning into much more like adventure. Yeah, it's quite different. It's also very difficult because I have technically 8 main characters. We've met 7 at this point. So it's definitely hard to have that many main characters. So I think for the next book I write, I want to say, 4 main characters at the most. Because it really feels like right now there's 2 main characters and the rest are kind of shoved to the side where I don't have time to develop them that much. So I have a lot to learn and a lot to grow in, but I've been really, really enjoying writing every single day. And it has been so rewarding just to be able to sit down and write and create something. It's got me into such a more positive mood because even when I'm super stressed out with everything that's going on in my personal life and having to do a lot of things for college and getting married and with an apartment, just planning so many things, it's really nice to just have to sit down and have something like completely under my control where I can just sit down and write it for like 20 minutes and it's something that's completely mine. It's coming out of my head and it's a way to like just be creative and enjoy what I'm writing. So I think I'm going to be doing slightly different videos on Wednesday for the next few weeks just because I am just going to be so overwhelmed with, getting married, moving into an apartment, settling down. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have book tags on Wednesday for a while, probably till at least the end of the month. I'm so behind in book tags. So look forward to some light book tags on Wednesday for a while. I will get back to like more writing content eventually. Thank you so much for watching my ramblings about writing. What are your thoughts about my process? Do you think I could be doing better or worse, or what are your thoughts? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. I post every Saturdays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.